Good morning, children. Today's subject is science. Today we are going to see the next part of lesson number 12, simple machines. In last period we have studied some simple machines. So that is inclined plane and wedge with their examples. Okay. Now today we have to see the next next simple machine. So let's see. The next simple machine is a lever. Observe the picture. See, a farmer is using a strong crowbar to remove a big stone bogged down in the farm. Such a machine is called a lever. To remove a big stone which is bogged down in the farm, that farmer or that person is using one crowbar. Okay, one crowbar like a inclined plane only. So, but it is a bar. So it is also a one type of machine only. It is also one type of machine only to do our work easy. Okay, so that machine, what it is called for that machine? A lever. What it is called? A lever. Now a lever has three parts. A lever has three parts, namely effort, load and fulcrum. Which are the three parts for the lever? Effort, load and fulcrum. Now see, support. See, the support at which the load of a lever is rested is called the fulcrum of a lever. Means fulcrum means what? A support. Fulcrum means what? A support. The lever rotates about the fulcrum. Okay. The weight lifted by a lever or the force against which the lever acts is called the load. Now load means what? A weight or the heavy things, weight. The arm of the lever from the fulcrum to the load is called the load arm. The arm of the lever from fulcrum to the load is called the load arm. Now the third point, the force applied on the other end of the rod to lift the load is called the effort. Effort means what? Force. The force applied on the other end of the rod to lift the load is called the effort. The part of the lever from the fulcrum to the effort is called the effort arm. It's called the effort arm. So means fulcrum means what? Support. Load means what? Weight. And effort means what? The applied force. Understood? Only these three things you have to keep in mind. Fulcrum means support. Load means weight. And effort means applied force. Now use your brain power. Which task can be done using a lever? So everyone think. So which task can be done using a lever? So in that we need support, weight, force. Okay. So according to the given example, for removing a thing or objects easily we need a lever. Again we are writing with pen. So in that also having a lever. In that also having a lever. Now let's discuss some examples. So now let's try this. You can try this experiment with your own at home also. See, for that we have to place a pencil on a table. We have to take one pencil. Place a ruler or scale. Place a ruler on it in right angle with it. See, according to the picture position we have to follow it. Now put a paper weight on one end of the ruler. See, first we have to take one pencil on a table. On that we have to place a scale, and to the one side of the scale we have to put a paper weight. Okay. Now press the other end with your finger. Press the other end with your finger to lift the weight. To lift the weight. Which are the load arm, the effort arm and fulcrum of this lever. So this is also one example of the lever. So but in that we have to find out which are the load arm, effort arm and fulcrum. So in this example the pencil is a support. Pencil give the support to scale. So pencil is a fulcrum, while that paperweight is a load. Paperweight is a load, and by finger we apply some force. By finger we apply some force, so it is a effort. So it is a effort. Okay, now go on increasing the distance between paperweight and the pencil by 4 centimeter every time. Okay, and see whether the paperweight can be lifted when placed at each of those distance. Now we have to try increasing distance or decreasing the distance of a load. What do you find? So you have to observe it carefully. As the effort arm becomes longer and longer compared to the load arm, less and less force is required to lift the paperweight. Means as the distance is more, we need to apply less force. Such a lever is called a lever of first order. So this is the example of lever of first order. So how to find this, how to detect it is a first order? The fulcrum is at a center. Yes, support is at a center, load is to one side and effort is to the another side. So it is the lever of first order. Understood? Now let's see the next order. Now observe the picture. The picture shows how we use an opener to remove the cap of a sauce bottle. Okay, the picture shows how we use an opener to remove the cap of sauce bottle. Try to do the same yourself. Try to do the same yourself. At your home also you can try how we use the opener. Okay, to remove the tight fitting cap. Yes, opener we use to remove the tight fitting cap. The opener is rested on the cap. Yes, the opener is rested on the cap, and we apply a force on the opposite end of the opener. And we apply a force on the opposite end of the opener to pull it upwards. To pull it upwards. The cap also gets pulled up. The cap also gets pulled up as the opener rotates about the fulcrum. Okay. See where are the fulcrum, load and effort in this case. See, the opener is rested on the cap. Yes, the opener is rested on the cap. So to the one side it have the support. So the one side of the opener it give the support, that is fulcrum. So the fulcrum is at to the one end, and that cap, sealed cap is at the center. Yes, the sealed cap is at the center, that is the load, that is the weight. That is the weight. And to another end we apply the force, and to the another end for the opener we apply the force. So that is the effort. So that is only effort. Understood? So here in this case the fulcrum is at one end, load is at center and effort is to the another end. Understood? So it is a second order. Now let's see the third example. How do we lift an object using a tongs? Pair of tongs having, no, at home also in kitchen we are using the pair of tongs. So then with the help of that, how we lift the object? See, the weight or the load is at one end of the arm. Yes, to the mouth. In that mouth of the pair of tongs we are holding the objects. So means there the weight or load is to the one end. We apply effort in the middle. Yes, we apply the effort in the middle of the arm. It means the effort is applied in the middle of the lever, while the fulcrum means support. Support is to the another end. Means in this case, support is at one end, load is at another end, and at the center, effort is there. At the center, effort is there. Okay. There are three types of levers depending upon position of the effort, the fulcrum and the load. See the lever of first order. In that the fulcrum is at the center, load is at the one end, effort is at another end. Then lever of the second order, in that load is at the center, fulcrum is at the one end and effort is to the another end. Now the lever of third order, what it is, just now we have seen the example of a pair of tongs. The effort is at the center, the fulcrum is at one end, load is at another end. So these are the three orders of a lever. Understood everyone? Okay. Now the next part of this lesson, or some simple machines are there, that we will see in a next video.